What's going on, everybody? Product Probes back at you with another knife review, and I know what you're thinking. You're thinking this is the Tac Force version of their little popular Karambit, but it's not. This is the actual Mtech version. So let's go ahead, let's dive into it, and let's see what the Mtech version has got that the Tac Force doesn't, and let's see how good this knife really is. Alright guys, right off the bat, there is one thing that's different between this and the Tac Force. And I tell you what, I'm going to go over some of this stuff, and y'all just, if y'all are familiar with it, maybe you'll catch it. So, let's take a look. So, right here, you have your aluminum handle, which is not too bad. It does get kind of sweaty in your hands. You have a non-lethal defense right up here, this railing. So, if you had to get back, bam! You don't necessarily have to pull your knife out to use, the non-lethal part of it. But any defensive stance is really going to be hard to get to it. So it's more of a hold and just kind of hit, I guess would be the best thing to really say on it. But the non-lethal rail right up there at the top. Got your assisted trigger right there. Looks like you've even got some grip right there on the sides, which is not too bad. Large finger hole right there on the back. Now right here, it looks like they've cut this out. I mean, really, they might have made it to where it looks like you can put your fingers in here for that non-lethal type defense. And it probably, is supposed to be made like that. But definitely cuts out on the weight. Adds to the aesthetics of it. Got jimpings right up here that are incorporated in your dip, which I'm sure is going to be good for that thumb ramp. Right here you do have dual thumb studs. And then where's it at? Oh, look at that. You got a nice little beefy pocket clip on the back right here. I wish that they went a little bit higher with it, but it's actually not too bad, for these cheaper knives. Now, this is the difference. It's just an assisted opening knife. It's not spring assisted. Unless it's supposed to be, and I got a dud. But you got to flick this one open. And then I might do a video comparing the two. But your defensive stance is fine. With the Karambit like this, it actually is large enough to fit in your hand. And for a cheaper knife like this, it's really not bad. Even, let me show you all this. You can get good close detail work with these jimpings, but they've also incorporated them right up here into the blade. So if you're cutting here, go ahead, choke on up, put your pinky in that thing, really, if you wanted to, and you can get a lot better control. Or if you have smaller hands, choke back and go ahead and get on that thumb ramp that they've created right here on the top. That's actually, for a cheaper knife, that was incorporated, and that's actually really cool right there. I like these cheaper style Karambits. I use them to cut open boxes a lot. So if I'm cutting open boxes or having to cut them down, that hawkbill blade on it right there, I can cut down, boom, 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 or cut up, taper to the sides. So these things work really well. But right here on the blade, it's just a simple hawkbill style blade, like on all of your Karambits. This one doesn't go down as far, which I actually like that aspect of it. Got your all straight blade right here, again with the dual thumb studs, jimpings incorporated into the handle and into the blade. And just a good looking knife. I like the black and the red aesthetics to it. Flipping it over right there. Liner lock in the middle. Simple close. Again, guys, no spring actually in there. It is just a assisted opening knife, which might be a little, well, part of me would say that it might be a little safer, but if you don't get it all the way out, then it's not. Meaning, the spring on, I think, the Tac Force, man, that's actually pretty cool. I don't know. Initially, when I first started this, I would have said I like the Tac Force better, but playing with it like this. I think that's all personal preference. I don't like that. I don't like having to flick it. But when I'm using those thumb studs, it's actually more fun to me personally. But the blade on it, wow, blade doesn't seem to be too good. But anyway, let's at least go check it out. So let's go see how sharp this knife really is. All right, let's check it out. Let's see how sharp this thing is. So right here on the straight down cut, let's see, with these hawk bills, they're a little bit harder to really run with because you see right here these large rips. That's due to me having to catch it like this. Now, a lot of times with your sharper ones, you're not going to have a problem. It'll just ride on it. But let's try it at an angle real quick. So, yeah, there's definitely rips with this blade. However, if you get in and you use it like a hawkbill blade, it might not be too bad. So let's check it out. Now, minimal push right here, but you see that? That was a lot cleaner cut. That was a little bit bad. But it's almost like it starts right here with a clean cut. And then once you get to your main part of your belly, it seems to kind of really start tearing. So maybe sharpen this sucker up and the blade might not be too bad. You know, of course, with the cut downs, you're going to have a lot better cut. But throw it on a stone, you know, well, you might just have to really... See, with these hawk bills, they're a little bit harder to really get a fine edge on them, not messing up that tip. But you know, it's not terrible for a cheaper pocket knife. I actually like this little Karambit knife like a lot, you know, of course as a cheaper pocket knife. But if you're in, you can fight, you can still cut, do what you got to do. Boom. Let's see. Well, the single hand deployment will be with the thumb studs, and single hand close is no problem at all. Now, onto this pocket clip. I wish it was a little bit higher right here to give you a more concealed type look, but it seems to be pretty beefy. So let's go check it out and let's go see what this thing looks like in the pocket. All right, let's see how this thing does in the pocket real quick. So right here, let me show you. So got it right here. I don't really like that. A little bit harder to push down, and you do have a good bit of knife sticking out of your pocket right there, which I'm not crazy about. But the concealed side of it, you know, with a longer shirt, it does look like you're going to be able to cover that part of it up. Now, the print, that's a good bit of print right there. Not so much print except for this back end when it's not, you know, pressed down. Kind of hard to fit my hands in my pocket because of the way that knife rolls into your person, but slide out right here. Trigger's right there, which is good. Oh, look at that. It actually came open. So, holy cow. And I didn't even have that in the shot. Let me see if I can do this again. Watch this. That's not good. You're going to want to tighten that. That's even locked. But let's at least keep going with the pocket. So again, with the slide down, it is a little harder to get there. Looks like if you go ahead and press it on down faster, it goes. But right here, pull it out. Yeah, pull out's okay. Just be careful with that blade coming out. And then bam, you are good to go. Nice feel in the pocket. Wasn't too bad, you know, for a larger knife like this. It was on the heavier side, but as you can see, your handle's definitely going to be the majority of this knife. So I tell you what, let's go ahead, let's go get the weight and measurements of this knife. Let's get the weight on this thing real fast. So, wow, a little bit heavier than I thought. But I guess this is a little bit of a larger knife. Yeah, so almost 5 ounces right there. Let's go ahead, let's get the measurements on it real quick. So, right here, fully closed, we're going to be looking at 5 inches with a blade length of 2.5 inches, and then fully open, we're going to be looking at about 7.5 inches. So, overall, the length's pretty good. I wish it was a little bit lighter, but that's still not too bad. Well, in the middle of a review, I think I changed my mind. think I like this one better than the Tac Force, only because of that. That's the only reason. And really, I'm going to need to do another video with them side by side so I can really tell. And I can't, we did that one so long ago that I'm trying to really remember. But this one is fun. It's loose enough to where you can throw it on up there. But it is just a standard assisted opening knife. There is no spring in it. And if there is a spring in it, then I got a dud. However, it seems to still be pretty fun. The Tac Force blade, a little bit sharper in my opinion. However, anything else, it's the exact same. So guys, if you're watching this one, you know, and you go, oh, okay, well, do I want the Tac Force one? Then the only difference of the two knives are going to be that assisted opening compared to that spring assisted. You might have a little bit sharper blade on the Tac Force, but that's going to vary with these mass-produced pocket knives that are just boom, boom, they just push them out. So, guys, that's it. Just a quick review on this Mtech. It is the MT-529. I actually think the other one's TF-529. But I'll actually do a video, and if y'all want to see a video of comparison with some Mtechs and Tac Force knives, you know, I will show y'all that. But, guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Make sure you subscribe. And, guys, be sure to check out the Product Probe show every Thursday at 5:30. We give stuff away just like this every single Thursday. We got this big lotto that just keeps growing and growing. But thanks again, guys. Hope you're subscribed, and I will see y'all in the next one.